What is up, guys? Welcome back to ESC Kicks. Let's hit the intro.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe.
Guys, what is up? I know you guys read the title of the video, and it is, yes, an emotional video. All right, so let's go to the backstory and why I even made this video. Because if you guys know, I have a lot of sneakers here that are considered grailed. I mean, I have the Red Octobers, the off-white, and it's pure off-white from the bottom, and there I have a bunch of other hype sneakers. So why would I make a video on these certain pair, and why do I call them my grail sneaker? All right, so I'm currently 20 years old at the time of this video, respectively, and I graduated high school about 2.5 years ago. All right, so before those 2.5 years ago, I didn't work, I didn't know how to make my own money, so I would just get by with my parents' money. I'm not gonna lie, that's why I got by. I used to buy my lunch, I used to buy myself with my parents' money. They used to help me out. So of course I was never in the pressure to work, because I come from a successful family where we make enough funds that I never had to work when I was younger. All right, so now I currently work in my dad's company, and I'm doing that stuff. All right, so now I make my own money, which is why I could afford all my sneakers and all this. All right, but there are two pairs of sneakers that came out back when I was in high school that I didn't want to ask my parents for money. I didn't want to beg them, because I've never been the type of person that I just like getting everything given. I like to get my stuff. I like to work for my stuff. All right, the others, when I made videos about my first sneakers, said that my parents bought them for me. Yes, they bought them for me, but I used to do chores around the house. I used to go help out my dad at work. I used to clean up stuff so I could make and earn my stuff. All right, but these two sneakers, they were kind of hard for me to get at that age, because first they were kind of expensive. One of them was really expensive because it was to buy them in a pack, and the other one, I was just too younger to really know about it. But I knew about it because I didn't buy them when they released, but I really wanted them on the resale market. But 3 years ago, Jordans were reselling for a lot of money, so we know that we couldn't afford the resale Jordans. It's not like right now that, oh, it's just 20 over retail. No, before it was like 200, 300, up to 400 over retail, so it was crazy. Going back to the story time, the first pair of sneakers I have in my hand, they were first released in 2012, and they retailed for the price of 160 plus tax, which made them around 180, 176 to 180-ish. all right, back 2012, I was still, let's see, 2018, that was 6 years ago, so I was, what, 14. All right, I was 14 years at this time, and I was a freshman in high school. I think I was a freshman, either freshman or early sophomore. I was either freshman or, no, yeah, I was a freshman. Second semester, something like that. But I was a freshman and or sophomore, all right? These shoes came out, I wasn't a sneakerhead back then, but I remember I actually saw some dude wearing them back in school. They always captivated my mind, because these were always one of the sneakers I've always wanted, but I could never gotten them. Like I said, I didn't know anything about Jordans. I didn't know anything about sneakers back in 2012, so I didn't know how to cop them. Probably if I knew about them, I probably would have copped them, because they weren't that expensive. There was only 160, so I could tell my parents, hey dad, can I have 160? And he would have said most likely sure. So I didn't know about these shoes enough, and I didn't know about the sneaker game enough to actually go on and cop them. So of course I didn't cop them. But once I got out of high school, I started working and started making my money, started making a name for myself. So if I still want to cop these sneakers, they're always on my top list, and I probably was gonna cop them a couple of times, but for some reason it didn't work out. I remember one time they posted it on round 2 that they had them in stock, and it was a pretty decent price. I don't remember what it was, but it was a pretty decent price. It was not too much, it was not too little. And I was in LA, in that area, and I drove to round 2, and then they said, oh, we just saw it like 5 minutes ago. I was like, damn, like I really wanted those sneakers. And then after that, it was in a Facebook group, and some dude typed in that he was selling these sneakers. They were slightly used, and they were going for $350. So I was like, all right, the price is not that bad, slightly used, so they look very near dead stock. And then when we had set up a meetup time, he decided to flake, because I sold it to someone else because he offered me $20 more. And I was like, damn, like if you want more money, you should just told me, you know, $20 is not that much. So I still kept waiting and waiting and waiting until the perfect time was a couple days ago. I was driving in Burbank. I forgot what I was doing, but I was doing something in Burbank, and I checked on my phone and I saw Instagram and I saw that Mac Park had these shoes for $300. I was like, oh damn, that's actually a better price, and these are brand new. These are dead stock with everything. So I was like, wow, I need to go to Mac Park. And I mean, they know me at Mac Park already. I go there a lot. I consign a lot of sneakers at Mac Park. So for me, it's one of the best sneaker stores, if not the best sneaker store here in California. So I drove there and I asked them, hey, do you guys still have this? And while they're bringing me out, I was getting a consignment check, you know. And then they brought them out. I was like, damn. And then I got to my car and I was like, wow. It was a moment of silence, because for me, this is a sneaker that I've been hunting down for like 6 years now. And for me to finally get it, I was like, wow, it's something amazing. And for you guys wondering what those sneakers are, they are the Jordan Bred 4. Yes, I love Jordans. I love retros and I love classic sneakers. OG colorways are my favorite. These are what I live for. And I mean, this is such a beautiful sneaker. I mean, how can you say anything wrong about this sneaker? I mean, look at it. Is the classic black and red colorway. This is what we call it, the Bred. It has some gray accents here in the gray midsole here, and with an all white right here, and in the other side it's all gray here with a little bit of white. So it's like the contrast is the opposite of what the left and right side look. It does come with a hang tag. As you can see, it is kind of yellowed because it is 6 years old. So I mean, it's not gonna be like those new hang tags that come in crispy with the new J's. All right, I did have to get a size 10 in this, contrary to my 10.5, which I usually wear. But the only good thing is, for some odd reason, only in Jordan 3s and Jordan 4s, I'm able to actually fit a Jordan 10, and it actually feels pretty loose on me. I don't know why. It's just those two models. Like any other model, a 10 will fit kind of snug, because I have tried it. I have a pair of Jordan 1s that are size 10, and they do kind of fit a little snug. So it is weird why just 3s and 4s fit me like that. And it's crazy because I've had like 6 pairs of 3s and 4s that have been size 10, and they don't even bother me at all. But yeah, let's get back to the sneaker. Here you can see the Jumpman on the back. You can see all this is this nice nubuck material. And I know a lot of people say this, and I probably haven't said this before, but I'm gonna say for the first time here, like, they just don't make them like they used to. Like, the quality of this sneaker is just so amazing when you think about it. It has 6 years. And like, there's nothing, no sign of any discoloration, no chipping, no flaws, no nothing. It's a perfect brand new sneaker, and it has been in this box since they probably bought it from Foot Locker or Champs, whatever. But I'm so grateful to finally have it. And this for me is like a way of saying like, wow, after so long I finally have one of my dream sneakers. Like, yes, Red Octobers are dope. Yes, all those off-whites are pretty dope, but like, these are the sentimental ones, you know. The sentimental ones are the ones you wanted as a kid and you couldn't afford them for some reason, and to finally get them, it's like, it's just a blessing. And I'm so grateful to have this pair of sneakers in my collection next to my white cement 4s. So that being said, this is the Bred 4s, and let me show you guys what other pair of sneakers I got that I wanted back from my childhood. So this pair of sneakers that I have right now here on the stool, it probably means a little bit more to me than the Bred 4s. Like I said, when the Bred 4s came out, I didn't know about being a sneakerhead, so I didn't really try to get them. Like, if I knew about them, I would probably gotten them, but since I didn't know about them, I didn't get them. So for me, that's my excuse that why I never had them in my collection in the first place. But these are a shoe I knew about, that I wanted to get. I didn't know how to get them, and I didn't have the funds for it. All right, so this shoe came out in the holiday season of 2014, around that area. I forgot the exact date, but it just came out the holiday season. And it is a pair of Jordan 11, so you guys might know what Jordan 11 it is, since I said the year already, the release it was. So yeah, when these shoes first came out, I mean, I was a senior back in high school, and I was already into collecting sneakers. I mean, I had probably already had the infrared 23s, I had the laser 4s, I had the Baron 13s, I think I had the Bordeaux 7s, if I'm not mistaken, and I had another pair of sneakers. I forgot what it was, but I had like around 5 sneakers. And for me, I already considered myself a sneakerhead, which if I would look back in time right now, I wouldn't even think of being a sneakerhead, because even right now, at the moment that I don't consider myself really a great sneakerhead. I just consider myself an average sneakerhead, a guy that likes collecting sneakers. And even though most of these sneakers are pretty much everyone's Grails, I still want to have an even doper collection, to be one of those greats on YouTube and on Instagram, you know. And when I had when these shoes first came out, like I said, I didn't have the funds for it. I didn't know how to get them, all right? So I was reading about how they were gonna release and all that, but I never knew how to get these special limited edition Jordans, all right? So I remember when I saw the price, it was like around 400 or 500 bucks, because it did came in the pack. And the other shoes that it came with, I didn't like them at all. So for me, I was like, I don't have the type of money to be spending 400 to 500 bucks on this pair of sneakers for one that I'm only gonna wear. And back then I didn't really know about reselling, you know. Like, I knew that shops resold, like Flight Club and those stores, because I had been to those, but I didn't know people, like individuals, actually resold. I told you I was barely into the game, so I really didn't know all the facts and all that. So when these first came out, I actually wanted to get them, and I was really bummed out that I wasn't able to get them, because if you know, when you're a senior, you have a lot of senior activities to do. So it's either, so for me, I told my parents, can I have this? And my dad asked me, how much is it? So usually when I told him the price was like 200, 100 something, that he would say, all right, and he would like give me his card and I would buy him. But this time I told him it was like 400 to 500. I forget the price, so it was that much. And then he told me all right, you could get them, but you're gonna miss your senior activities. And I forgot what senior activity was coming around the corner at that time, and I was gonna miss that one. I think it was grad night or something like that. So I mean, in me, I was like, damn, do I want to go to grad night? Do I want these J's? And then for me, I've always been the type of person that said, like, shoes are important, but memories last longer than sneakers. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to grad night with my friends, I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna put these J's aside. So I told my dad, you know what, I'm gonna go to the grad night thing, and yeah, I'm not gonna get the J's. And then he was like, all right. So then, but that was like 2 weeks before, so I was like, all right, I was cool with it. I already took the L. And then I think my dad saw how I looked sad, so he told me, you know what, you could go to your grad night, and here, I'll give you my card to get this. But he told that to me on the day before release. So I was like, thank you, but I just didn't know how to get them, like I said. So this is where the part where I didn't know how to do it gets me, because before, when I buy sneakers, they were like pretty limited, but not that limited. That was pretty easy to get. So I just used to go on Finish Line or Foot Locker, like be there at 8, 7 in the morning online, and just wait and just press and then get it, and then that'd be it. But these, because I knew these were really limited, I knew these were more limited stock, so I didn't know how to get them. And I woke up online and I tried to get them, and I missed out. So I really didn't know about other stores like raffles and all that. So if I probably knew about it, I probably would have gotten them. But long story short, I wasn't able to get them, and I've been searching for them ever since I started working. And I tried to get them a couple times, but they were always just really expensive, because a lot of consignment shops sell them only as the pack, and individually the shoe goes for like 500 to 600 bucks on consignment shops. So it's a lot of money just for one pair of sneakers. So then I was just going on Facebook the other day, and this dude who I'm in business with before was selling a pair, and I DM'd him like, hey bro, like, do you still got those J's for sale? He was like, yeah, just I'll send you pictures, you could legit check. And I was looking at pictures, I was legit checking them, you know, because you always gotta know what you're doing when you're buying sneakers. I'm not saying people are suspicious or anything, but you always want to be one step ahead, because sometimes they may not even know that they have fakes, and they're trying to sell it as real, and you could get scammed, and it's not their fault, it's not your fault. So it's just a big mess. So I was looking at pictures, and I was starting to research on what the real ones, what the fake ones look. So what to expect out of the real ones, what to expect out of the fake ones. So when we met up, I held the sneaker. He told me, look at it, like, do a legit check if you want, and I'll shaping everything up, because the newer models are different than the older models. So some things vary, like where the jump band is placed and all that. But I was legit checking it. I tried on the sole, and I was doing everything, and it passed as legit. So I paid them, and it was like only 240 bucks. So I was like, you know what, this is a steal. And yeah, and the shoes that I'm talking about, which you probably already know, is the Pantone 11s. All right, this has been a sneaker grail that I have wanted for, like I said, a really long time. I just didn't know how to get them. This has been one of my favorite sneakers of all time. They are just beautiful. If you guys know me, you guys know that I really love the color red, you know, because I don't know why, but just red has always been my favorite color since a kid. But for some reason, this baby blue, this Pantone blue colorway is just such a nice colorway that I give it the exception of red being my favorite color, and I actually like, you know what, I actually give it to blue this time because this is pretty fire. And you guys can see the Jumpman here. This is pure beauty right here. This is what beauty is about. Like, look at that, look at this. This is, like I said, this is different from other pairs, the Jordan 11s, because I think the new ones, the Jumpman's either placed higher or lower. I forgot what it was. I think the new Jumpmans are placed higher and these are placed lower, but because the patent letter cut is smaller compared to the new J's, so that's why I said that there's some variations. But yeah, these are DS. Have never been tried on, still have everything, and I haven't even tried them on, and I'm honestly scared of trying them on because for me this is a sneaker that I've wanted as a kid. So for me to finally have this, like, wow, like I finally did it. Like, for me it's like, wow, I finally did it. I finally bought the sneakers that I've dreamt of having. And for me it's like, wow, like when people say like hard work pays off, it's like some people short, like, nah, I'll just do life and live life how it is and get whatever it comes at me. But if you work a little step harder and if you go for that extra mile, like, you're gonna be happy with what you get. You know, this is right now, this is for mostly for my younger people watching. Like, if you guys have a sneaker, or not just sneakers in general, but if you guys have a goal that you guys want to attain, and some people say, oh, you're too young for that dream, you're too young for that goal, don't believe him. Just work hard and one day you're gonna get there. Probably not gonna be right now, and it'll probably take some time, but in those time that it takes, you're gonna mature and grow up as a better person. For me, when I wanted these, I was a completely different person than I am now. Right now I'm more mature, right now I'm more settled in life, and I know what I want to do in life. That's why I feel I'm so successful, because for me, now I know what I want. For me, this is why it's so easy to get this. I'm not saying it's easy because I have a bunch of money just to throw around. No, for me it's easy because I budget what I want. Now I know, you know, before I used to just want every single sneaker that came out, every Saturday sneaker. I want to be, oh, I want those. But now it's more like, you know what, I want the quality material. I want things that I know if I'm not gonna like, I can make my money off it. For example, these Prestos, I bought these because they're at a really good price, honestly. Like, some consignment store are selling them for $2,000. Gold has them for like $1,500 and like that, and I got these for like what, $800. So I knew if I don't like these as much, and if I plan on selling them, I can make my money back plus some profit. So that's my way of thinking. Like, I only buy things if I know I can make my money back. It's not being a hype piece. No, this is being smart with your money. It's so much smarter buying one of these for $800 than buying 10 pairs of J's for $2,000, when with one of these I could buy all those 20 if I decide to flip them. So see, that's how you're smarter with your money. And that's for my younger kids. If, like I said, in both these shoes, I didn't have the funds for them, probably if I knew about reselling, I would have probably been doing that back since high school, since middle school. So I respect the young kids that are reselling and hustling, camping out, you know. I prefer buying from kids, from younger adults who are doing that, because first, they don't have the age to get the money, they don't have transportation, you know, they don't have all that. They're still in school, and education is very important. So for me, I'd rather buy from a young guy who's 16 years old, who's hustling his way through school and through life, rather than a 35-year-old, a 40-year-old man who just scamming little kids for sneakers, because that's honestly messed up. Even right now, I'm 20 years old of age, and I don't like reselling sneakers, because for me, I feel that that's kind of scumbag work. That's more for younger, like I said, that's for younger kids or stores. If you're 35 and your only way to get by is by selling sneakers, then you messed up in life, and you probably didn't do what people told you to do, or you probably didn't go to school because you thought you were too good for that. And I'm sorry, but for me, for my pockets, you're not gonna get any money. The only reason I would actually buy from an adult is if he owns a sneaker store. That's the only way I'm actually gonna buy from an adult. Other than that, I like buying from kids because they're hustling their way. I was in that same position, and now that I'm in a position to actually have money in my life and to help out kids that want to sell sneakers and start hustling and make a living, then I give my money to them. All right. But thank you guys for watching this video. I know I got kind of sidetracked at the end, just me giving a little lesson, but for me that's very important. But yeah, for me these two shoes to finally have in my collection is something really dope and something I've always wanted since these even came out. So for me to actually have this is just dope, and I know that a lot of people who watch this probably are my friends, so it's like you guys know where I was and you guys knew my sneaker game back then, so you guys know what I did and how hard I worked for these. So thank you guys for always supporting me, and to everyone else, thank you guys for watching this video. This also supports me a lot and it helps me out a lot, so please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, because it goes a really long way. Please comment out on this video wishing you like more the Bread Force or the Pantone 11s, and comment down your Grail sneaker that you've been hunting since you were younger. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel ESC Kicks, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at North Hollywood Confidential, and like I always say, peace.